Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Helm of Science. So in my previous videos I was discussing the chapter light. So I had discussed about spherical mirrors and especially about concave mirrors, the terms which are the various terms which are related to concave mirrors, as well as the rules which we must keep in mind while drawing the images which are formed by concave mirrors. So in this video I will be discussing about the various characteristics of images which are formed when we place the object at various positions with respect to the concave mirror. Okay, so images formed by images formed by concave sorry images formed by concave mirrors. So if I give a quick recap, a concave mirror, the reflecting side is towards the inside, it's bulging inwards, and the polished side is bulging outwards. C is the center of curvature, the center of the hollow sphere which contains this concave mirror. Point P is known as uh, pole, which is the midpoint of the area of aperture. So the imaginary line which joins C and pole is known as the principal axis. Okay, and F is the point on the principal axis through which a ray of light which is parallel to the principal axis after reflection from this concave mirror passes through that point. F is that point. Okay, so now if the object is placed at infinity, first case is object is kept at infinity. Okay, so the object is kept at infinity. Let's say so when the object is kept at infinity, it is assumed that the incident rays will be parallel to the principal axis. So we know that for an object for an image to be formed, there should be at least two incident rays, right? So let the first ray be coming from this side. Sorry. Okay, so this ray is parallel to the principal axis. The second incident ray will be from this side. This is from infinity. The incident rays are coming from infinity. So these rays, after reflection, we know that from the rules of reflection of concave mirrors, we know the rays which are parallel to the principal axis after reflection from this concave mirror will travel through the principal focus. So this ray will meet focus after reflection. Okay, similarly this will also pass through focus. Okay, so the image will be formed here and it will be a very diminished image. Can you see, it's a very highly diminished image. It is like almost like a point image, right? So what are the characteristics we can observe from this image, so from this ray diagram? So the image which is formed is, first of all, we can see it is very highly diminished, almost a point image. Okay, where is the image formed? It is formed at focus. So image formed at focus. And what is the third one? The image is formed on the same side of the mirror as that of the object. So I told you in my last video that these kind of images are known as real images, which are formed on the same side of the object as that of the images which are formed on the same side of the object. Okay, and so it is real and we can see the rays are converging, right? So for converging rays, we know the image is always formed is inverted. So the image is highly diminished, the image is formed at focus, and the image is real, and it is inverted in nature. Okay, so now if we now the object was first, in this first case the object is placed at infinity, right? So now if we keep the object somewhere beyond C, not at infinity but somewhere beyond C, let's see what will be the characteristics of images then. Okay, now in this case, which is case 2, object is kept beyond C, but mind you, that is not kept at infinity, it is kept beyond C. Okay, now I'll draw the mirror. See, this is a pole, this is the principal axis, imaginary line joining the center of curvature and the pole, this is focus. Okay, so let's say the object is kept at something around here. Okay, object is kept here, which is beyond C, as you can see. So one ray will pass through, will pass parallel to this principal axis. Okay, and will pass through focus. So it is parallel and it will pass through focus, right? So according to the first rule, it will be parallel to the principal axis, and it, after reflection, it will pass through focus. Okay, now the second incident ray will pass through the principal focus, and we know from the rules that if a ray of light which is incident passes through the focus and is incident on the concave mirror, the reflected ray will be parallel to the principal axis, right? So it will pass through focus. Afterwards, what will happen is that it will be parallel to the principal axis, right? We are drawing the ray diagrams according to the rules which we discussed in our previous video, right? So these two rays join at a point here, and so the image will be formed, right? So if this is the image AB, so the image will be formed B bar A bar. So it is an inverted image which is formed, right? So now what can be the the characteristics of the images formed? It is not highly diminished, but it is diminished in nature, right? So it is diminished. Okay, we can see that the image is formed between C and F. Diminished image formed between center of curvature and focus, right? And what we can see is, it is again a real image, right? It is formed on the same side of the object, so real and inverted image, right? Okay, so this was the case when the object was placed at which was kept beyond C. Now we will keep the object at C and see what will be the characteristics of the images formed. Now in this case, the object is kept at C. Object is kept at the center of curvature. Okay, so I'll draw the mirror again. This is the center of curvature. This is pole. This one is focus. Okay, let's say this is focus. Okay, so the object is placed here. Object is placed over here. Similarly, we will draw the similar the ray diagram. So the first incident ray will be parallel to the principal axis, and after reflection will pass through focus, right? It will pass through focus, and the second ray will be passing through focus, and after reflection will travel parallel, right? So the second ray will pass through focus, and after reflection from the concave mirror will travel parallel to the principal axis. So if we see that, I'm sorry, if I draw it a bit properly, it is seen that so the image is formed. We can see that the image is also formed at center of curvature, right? So we will quickly write down the characteristics of images which are formed. So what is the first characteristic? We can see that if this is A, this is B, this is B bar, this is A bar. So we can see that the image is of the same size as that of the object. So image is of the same size as that of object. Okay, this is the first inference. And the second one is it is formed at C, image formed at C, image formed at C. Also similar to the last one, it is a real image and it is inverted. Real and inverted image, right? So by now I think you must have some kind of idea about how these ray diagrams are drawn. So now if I keep this image between C and F, so we'll consider this condition now. Sorry, if we keep the object, so object is kept, this is case number 4. Object is kept between C and F. If we keep the object between the center of curvature and the principal focus, right? So I'll draw the mirror. Sorry. This is the principal, the pole, and let's say this is the principal focus. So the object is kept between C and F. So let's say this is the object. Okay, so the first incident ray will be what? Will be parallel to the principal axis. So after being parallel, it will pass through F, right? It will pass through F. Now the second incident ray will pass through this focus. I'm sorry. Will pass through focus, and after reflection from this concave mirror will pass. Okay, so after this reflection from this concave mirror will pass parallel to this. Sorry, I'll draw it again. Will pass parallel to the principal axis. Okay, so the image will be formed. Okay, so image will be formed over here, so which is beyond C. So from looking at this this ray diagram, what we can notice is that the characteristics of the images we can notice that it is formed beyond center of curvature. Image formed beyond C, right? Second one is, if you can notice, if this is A, this is B, this is B bar, this is A bar, so the image A bar B bar is greater in size, larger in size than that of the object AB, right? And also it is inverted, and it is obviously real as it is formed on the same side of the mirror, right? So the larger image formed, larger image size as compared to the object, as compared to object, and same as the previous ones, real and inverted image, real and inverted image, right? Real and inverted image formed. Okay, so now we'll keep on moving the object towards the focus now, and now then in the next scenario we'll keep we'll keep the object AB at focus and see what will be the characteristics of the image. Okay, so next case will be the object is kept at focus. Okay, this is your concave mirror. See, this is your pole, this becomes your focus. Okay, so the object is kept as focus. Now in this case the first incident ray will directly fall on this pole. Okay, pole, and from the rules which we use for drawing images for concave mirrors, we know that when a incident ray falls on a pole, it will pass, it will be reflected back at the same angle as it was incident by. So if this is the angle of incidence, let's say, so it will be reflected back in the same path. Okay, if this is angle of incident I, so angle of reflection will also be I. This is from the rules which I mentioned in my last videos. Okay, the first ray is incident directly at the pole. Now the second ray, what will happen is that, sorry, for the second ray it will pass through center of curvature. Okay, first it will be incident on the mirror in this way, and after reflection from the mirror it will retrace back its path and pass through the center of curvature. Okay, is this clear? So after reflection it will retrace back its path and it will pass through the center of curvature. So from the image we can see that the image is formed at infinity, as these two rays are parallel, so the image will be formed at infinity, right? So what we can observe is that from the image is that when the image object is formed at F, okay, so the image is formed at infinity, image formed at infinity. Yes, the image is formed at infinity. Also the image will be highly enlarged, right? As it is formed at infinity, it will be highly enlarged, highly enlarged image. Also the similar as that of the previous one, it will be real as it is formed on the same side of the object, as well as it will be inverted, real and inverted I'm sorry, inverted image. Okay, so now the last and the final position of the object for which we will look at the characteristics of the images formed will be when the object will be kept somewhere between this focus and the pole. It will be kept between the focus and the pole. Okay, so in our last and final case, I think this will be case number 6, I guess. So it's kept between focus and the pole. Between focus and pole. Okay. If I draw the concave mirror, C is the center of curvature, P is the pole, F is the focus, and the object is kept somewhere around here. Okay, the object is kept somewhere around here, and so the first incident ray will pass parallel to this principal axis, and after reflection will pass through focus. After deflection will pass through focus, right? And the second ray after reflection will pass through this center of curvature. Okay, so it will first incident on the mirror, and after reflection will pass through the center of curvature. Now if you see the nature of these reflected rays, they are not parallel, right? They are diverging rays, right? We can see that these two rays are diverging in nature, the reflected rays, right? And I had mentioned in my first video when I discussed images formed by plane mirrors that if the two rays are diverging, so the nature of the image formed will be always be virtual, right? So if I retrace back these two rays, retrace the path of these two rays beyond the mirror, if I trace their path backwards, the points will join somewhere around here, and we will find, can you see, we will find an image. Let's say this is AB, so the image formed will be A bar B bar, and if you can see the image will be formed on the other side of the mirror, and it will be an erect image, and it is also, as it is formed on the other side of the mirror, this will be a virtual in nature. The image will be virtual in nature, right? So the image, the general, like it is we perceive that it is found beyond the mirror, right? It is a perception that it is found beyond it, in the back side of the mirror, right? So the, if we note down the characteristics we can find from this image is that, from this ray diagram, is that image is formed beyond the mirror, right? Image formed behind the mirror, image formed behind the mirror, right? Image is formed behind the mirror, image is enlarged, if you can see, it is of bigger size than that of the object. It is enlarged image, we can like larger than the size of the object, larger than the size of the object. And for the first time in this case, for concave mirrors, we are finding that the image is virtual and erect, virtual and erect only for this case. If we if we do a summary of the things, for every case wherever we place the object, which will like may be in at infinity, or be it at beyond C, or between C and focus, at focus, all the images were real in nature as well as they were inverted. But only in this case when the object is kept between focus and the pole, the nature of the image formed will be virtual and erect. Only for this case, since the reflected rays are diverging in nature, right? If you do a recap, all the previous ones, for all the previous ones the reflected rays were converging in nature, but only for this case the reflected rays will be diverging, and hence the image forms will be virtual and erect. So for this case only there is an exception where a concave mirror produces a virtual and erect images. Okay, so these were everything, like these were all the possible scenarios where we had kept the object at various positions and we had find out the nature of images which are formed. So this was all about the concave mirrors, the various images which are formed. So in my next video I will be discussing about convex mirrors, and I'll share a few scenarios just like what I shared for the concave mirrors, and I will discuss the various image properties if we kept the object at different positions. So if you like this video, please subscribe our channel, share it among your friends, and stay tuned for more videos on the chapter light. Thank you.